Is this working? It is. Yay. Okay. I should be good to go. Let's get into this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's I know I'm a little late on the live stream, but that's okay. A little late, 50 minutes late. I don't know how many of you saw my community post. But that's okay. I'm thinking of going live every Wednesday. I think it's a good routine to get into, and it's just a little fun to have with my audience. So let me just pull up the live stream on my phone so I can respond to people if they, or when they chat. Babbity boo. I'm listening to lo-fi in the background while I do this. So, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought I had turned down my volume completely. What the hell? Okay, there I am. All right, lots to get into today. I'm pretty excited to sit down and chat with you guys. The craft I'm doing today, while I'll be watching and reacting to things, is I've made little mini cauldrons, and I'm gonna make tiny little eyeballs. So I'm gonna do that while I'm reacting and chatting, because I got diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, not ADHD, but ADD. I'm not hyperactive, but I need to be doing something while I'm talking. So that being said, I know there's a whole big situation going on with Rachel right now, hence my title. This one's for Rachel. At first, let's get into it actually. Let me kind of talk about it a little bit. At first, I was like, yeah, Rachel, I would have done the same thing at first. I feel like maybe I would have. I probably would have gotten lost in the sauce too. But then the text messages came out, or the Discord messages came out with Rachel saying that she flirted with Emily to get the tea that she got. First of all, that's fucking weird and icky. Second of all, that's not just like investigative journaling. That's just really shifty, weird, awful behavior. The second thing that pisses me off about Rachel. Hello, Dimitri. I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. I'm just chatting about Rachel. The second thing that pissed me off about that, or the second thing that she pissed me off, was not initially gonna give Beck the money. Now, if you don't know what's going on with Beck right now, Beck, if for some reason, if you don't know, Beck is going through a lot of health shit right now. So they had surgery to get rid of their thyroid because they had thyroid cancer. The surgery scar, like the site, is not healing properly because Beck is diabetic. They lost their job recently because they can't work because they have this giant wound vac on their chest. It's a whole big thing. Beck has periodically been posting updates and asking for donations. If people can donate, they would very much benefit from some money. I wish I was in a position where I could, honestly. So when the idea came out that Rachel sending half of the AdSense that she was going to send to Emily to send it to Beck, it was a no-brainer for me. It was of course, why didn't you do that in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, then Rachel had said, like, oh, I'm going to donate that money to a domestic violence shelter instead, and that feels cleaner. So when I saw that on the Discord, maybe I won't get fully into it yet because I want to watch this. I want to watch this one video because I'm so excited about it. But when I saw that text and then her trying to explain how it feels weird to give Beck the money, how does that feel weird? You know what I mean? Beck is a survivor of domestic violence. you were going to send the money to charity for a domestic violence shelter. How does that feel? That's just a red flag. It's just a red flag. We'll get more into that later. Is Beck updating on YouTube or elsewhere? Haven't seen anything from them, just secondhand. Yeah, they're updating on their channel. On their YouTube channel. Maybe I can pull that up for you guys so we can see. And then I'll get into this video. I'm watching it through Apathetic Facts because I don't know where else to find it. Let's see. Sorry, my internet's slow for some reason. Kind of Good, Kind of Beck is their channel. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the latest is we're waiting on a biopsy because they found something in their lungs. Wait, this is a brand new one. Oh wow, this just happened. Like 30 minutes ago, they posted this. Okay, I just wanted to come on here to post a little update from my last one. I know I've been posting a lot on here, so sorry if it's too much. It's not too much. Beck, if she's there not watching, but it's not too much for Beck to post like this. I was admitted to the hospital that night because they found an abscess near my sternum. I got out of surgery not long ago before they drained it and cleaned my incision again. Yeah, if they've had like surgeries to clean out the infection from their surgery. It's just nuts. I'm back on the wound vac. Oh, and staying for a few more days for IV antibiotics. Jesus, this is just like never ending for them. I also wanted to let everyone know that I appreciate their advice and that I've been talking to a case manager about my options and possible resources. Thank God. We're all worried about that because Beck was saying that they were Ubering back and forth from the hospital, and it's like, you can't afford that right now. And there's social work stuff, like there's resources, public resources for people available. In the States right now, I feel like, I don't want to speak on something I don't really know much about, but I feel like a lot of it is being cut right now. I think that's what's been going on. There's been a lot of cuts to a lot of essential resources to people in the States. So I hope Beck can find something. I do have insurance again. Good. Thanks to those resources, I'm going to talk to them again before I'm discharged to see if there's anything else I can do now that my situation has changed. Good. Okay. So that's the latest on Beck. Yeah. That's a whole ass big topic. I'm in Canada, right? So I'm kind of just watching from the sidelines. It's like watching a train wreck only like far away from you, and you just can't look away. So they've been going through a lot of stuff. I don't know if I've seen this one. It's all just, they've just been having one hell of a time, right? So money is very much appreciated for Beck right now. If you're in the position to do it, I can't. I'm barely making it by right now. I'm just going to be so for real. I'm also going to make a timer on this live because I don't want to be live for like hours and hours because I'll get like going and I'll lose track of time. So I'm going to say at about 40 minutes and then we'll head out. I'm going to make a little timer on my clock. This is what it's like to be neurodivergent. I'm going to do 45 minutes because I'm going to talk. Okay, let's get into this video. So first things first, I got to explain what this video is. This video is of Amber and Emily having a fight when she was in Wisconsin. I forgot the name of the state for a second. Forgive me. I don't know much about American geography. Anyway, they're having a fight about something. It's just Emily filming, and Amber doesn't know that Emily's filming. It's so good. It's so good. So I don't know if anyone else watches Bose, like Bose Against the World. She does live streams and she points out narcissistic behavior, and I'm like hooked on her videos. So like I've learned a lot about narcissists and their behavior manipulation. So I wanted to point some of that shit out to you because Amber does not know she's being recorded, so she's just pulling out all the stops. You know what I mean? And I think this is actually just the tip of the iceberg of the shit that would go down. So let's get into it.
Crazy.
Let me know if you can hear this okay. Let me know if things are working or not working, you know.
He was live. Something about an arguing video.
Yes, a video of Amber and Emily fighting in the car was leaked, so here it
I
is.
feel like I'm going crazy. Because it's like,
You kind of are.
She is out of the car. Okay, I was wondering that. She is standing outside of the car. So Emily's in the car trying to have a smoke, and Amber's standing right there. You could see her right in the mirror there.
I'm trying to have a genuine conversation with you, and I'm just wondering, why can't we both have bad days? Why is it just your luck?
Okay. Why do you need to sit here and continue to yell at me? Why can't you go inside like I asked you and give me a little bit of space?
I can give you space. I just want to
Then
hug.
give me. I don't want to hug you right now.
Okay, the whole I just want to hug. Do y'all remember? Well, no, I guess it's on a different side of the internet. There is this video of this absolute, like, monster of a woman. Her, like, we know her as Carter's mom. So it was Carter didn't want to go back and live with her mom. He wanted to live with his dad, and his mom. So when they were doing the switch off because they're like divorced, I'm making this way more complicated. Anyway, narcissistic mom video. Carter's mom said the exact same fucking thing. I just want a hug. I just want a hug. You don't just want a hug, Amber.
And continue to yell at me. Why can't you go inside like I asked you and give me a little bit of space?
I can give you space. I just want to
Then
hug.
give me. I don't want to hug you right now.
I just want to
don't.
hug.
Okay, fine. Can we just like wrap it up with like a good vibes? Like, because I don't have emotional permanence. I literally don't. Which means when I walk
So
away,
I have to suffer because of that.
So, okay, you don't have emotional permanence. Can we get a clarification on what that means real quick? Emotional permanence. Okay. I should Google it. Okay, I'm going to go to this one. Emotional permanence, because I feel like it's very different from the way that Amber was describing. Emotional permanence is the ability to believe that feelings, especially love and connection, are real. Are real and lasting even when people are not physically present. So that's her blaming her BPD, saying that she doesn't have emotional permanence to understand that even in conflict, the other person still loves you. Now, I don't know if I've spoken on this a bunch, maybe a little bit. Sorry, my dog is right here by my feet, and I don't want to kick him. I have some BPD stuff as well. I'm not fully diagnosed. I did talk to a therapist. I've talked to a therapist about it, and it looks possible. It looks quite possible. And I do remember getting into fights with my mom and being really terrified that she hates me. So in a way to combat that, like I would remind myself she loves me. She still loves me. We're just having a fight. She still loves me, but we're just having a fight. And so like I put like red hearts on her contact information on my phone so that even no matter what, I always knew she loved me. So I can relate to that. I can absolutely relate to that, but that is not Emily's responsibility to fix that for Amber. Amber needs to do introspective work and work on herself to be confident in that no matter what, you're having a fight. Yes, it's a bad fight. They still love me. You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying when I walk away, I'm left with what just happened. And that's what I firmly believe our whole relationship is based off of.
Well, duh. After you walk away from a argument, of course, that's what you're going to be thinking about because it's an argument. You know what I mean? I know when I have arguments with Moose, it's all encompassing and it's awful and I hate it. I hate fighting. But that's kind of That's just kind of how it goes. Again, it's not Emily's responsibility. Like the fact that she's acknowledging it in the moment and still trying to cross Emily's boundary. Yes, absolutely. Absolute, because Amber can't take, like, Amber can't take not being in control for a minute. Oh, hello, Zenith. Hello, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. If you're wondering what I'm doing a little craft. I'm trying to make little cauldron earrings, and I'm making tiny little eyeballs.
So if you just tell me you love me,
Okay, you don't need to explain your unhealthy way of thinking.
well,
Okay, let's go back. Hold on.
away, I'm left with what just happened, and that's what I firmly believe our whole relationship is based off of. So if you just tell me you love me,
Okay, you don't need to explain your unhealthy way of thinking.
well,
It is.
a little
It's
bit.
unhealthy.
It's a little unhealthy, I guess.
Very unhealthy.
Okay. I like to leave the conversation with something.
Okay, so that there too, she's saying, I like to leave the conversation with something yada yada. You need to leave the conversation entirely at this point. There's no resolution to this, that's gonna happen right now. Right now, Amber should leave Emily alone. I think we all know this. And yeah, it's uncomfortable because especially the way that Emily's talking in this clip, it really does feel like, hey, their relationship's really on the brink in this clip, and I understand that's really scary, but you gotta give your partner space. You gotta.
Positive. Because I don't like how this is affecting us. Like,
Okay.
you've had a really
Can you
bad
please
day.
give me some space?
That's all
I'm
Emily
asking
wants.
nicely.
Yes, but can you answer a question for me?
Oh my god. Oh my god. See, do you get it? Do you get it? I guess. What? Oh, about the unhealthy behavior. Your behavior, your way of thinking is unhealthy. I guess. No shit. If she had read any of those DBT books, I swear to God. I think, okay, you know what? I think she reads those DBT books and picks and chooses. So she will read something like or emotional permanence and be like, "Oh, that's me. That's the reason why I act like a bitch." She doesn't pick up on the, actually, that's your responsibility, queen. That's your responsibility. No one else. Emily is not responsible for your feelings. You are responsible for your feelings. She skips over that part. She completely skips over that part. So then she's like, "Oh, let me ask you a question." I was like, "No, Amber. No, you don't want to ask me a question. You know, you've seen that video of that guy who's he's gonna go like bungee jumping, and they're like lowering him back. He's like, "Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something." It's like stalling for time. That's all she's doing.
Why is it okay for you to backtrack?
How is this ending it nicely, Amberland?
No,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
feel good.
It's so stupid. It's ending it nicely by reopening the argument. That makes that's still her like not wanting to end this interaction, so bringing it back up again. You got to do the homework. Yeah, you absolutely got to do the homework. Where is my homework? Oh, I put it in the closet. I have a whole, hold on. Hold, please. I'll be back. My therapist is such a sweetheart. Bless her heart. She made this for me. It's a little binder, and it's full of stuff. So like this is like the DBT and interpersonal stuff. It'll say Island Health on here because that's the organization. So it has like a bunch of like, yeah, homework that I've read through, and I've like things to go through, like worksheets to go through. The one that I use the most is this, actually, the SUD scale. And this might actually be really interesting to some folk. So if we're thinking about Amber in this moment, where is Amber on the SUD scale? So the low, like a 10, I like to kind of put it 1, this is a 1, this is a 10. not a 10 and a 100. So this is a 1, which is like you're fine, no distress. Actually, a 0 is no distress, relax, calm. And then a 1 is alert, focused, yada yada. Do we think Amber is up here at the highest? So the highest level of distress, feeling out of control, extremely distressed, physiological symptoms are present. I think she's at an 8 personally. I think she's at a very distressed, can't concentrate, physiological symptoms are present. And then it has like a little list of things you could do to calm down on where you are in the scale. I use this all the fucking I'm not kidding. I'll pull this out and be like, okay, what do I do? I'm at a 7. Where do I go? So it says to distract with accepts. And I could get into that another time. But I wanted to show you the SUD scale because it is really, really helpful for DBT work. So I think Amber's at a 7 personally. And I think Amber could get a lot worse than where she is right now.
Wait, I'll leave you with this. But why?
No, I guess I want you to reflect. Why is it okay for you to backtrack and have a bad day so bad that you kind of take it out on me all day long? And then I finally pop off because it just became a lot.
You know, it's so interesting to listen to Amber not like talking like a normal person, like not knowing that she's being recorded, right? So this is just how she talks. This is just how Amber talks. I don't feel like we get to see this often at all. It's so interesting. So she does say shit like pop off in real life.
Became a lot because I also had my own separate bad day. So why is it okay for you to have a bad day, but I'm not?
I didn't say you weren't allowed to, but you sitting here doing this to me when I'm telling you to please stop is not okay.
It's true.
You're
By the way, Emily's accent is very interesting. Is that a Wisconsin accent? I'm not too familiar with different accents in different states. I have some friends from Kentucky, funnily enough, and like from the South, and I forgot where that other guy's from, but they all have different ways of talking, and I can't quite place where they're from. But that was interesting because we never really got to hear Emily talk.
a day.
Amberlyn, stop.
But you're about
Also,
It's allowed to, but you sitting here doing this to me when I'm telling you to please stop is not okay.
it's true.
your bad day.
Amberlyn, stop.
But your bad day was met with at the end of the night. I still
stop.
wanted to hold you. That's what I was looking forward to.
You wanted to go skin to skin. You wanted to hold her. Blah. God, so gross. It's so
I was going
gross.
to. I needed a little space
Okay, but
first.
can I tell you what my bad days met with? You're going back to Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
So do you see the difference?
Because you continue to do this.
So that's where I feel like Emily was. I don't know. I can get a little bit of insight into their relationship a little bit there, like constantly threatening to send Amber back. That's not okay either. But Amber doing the stuff to warrant that isn't okay either. No one is okay in this situation. I just want to point that out.
Over and over again. Back up then, like I asked you to. Or just go inside, please. Give me some space. Amber.
Does anyone else feel like that sounded like Destiny for a minute? Back up. Get out of here. Like it reminds me of that clip of Destiny and Dana like playing with a bath bomb in the in the bathroom, and Amber would not leave them the fuck alone.
This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Go inside.
What she's doing.
Please, I'm not gonna be able to calm down until you please go away for a little bit.
Okay, can you just reflect on like why?
I will
is it okay?
reflect.
Why is it
Okay. I am sorry.
Do you really want to break up?
I don't know. I don't have
You
time.
see what I mean? Like that is all that Amber cares about is she gonna break up with me? So that I guess they had talked about that before. And that's what sent Amber into a 7 on the SUD scale. And if Amber was actually doing the work, she would have been able to be mindful of that and be like, okay, my girlfriend just threatened breaking up with me. This is going to send me all the way up, or most of the way up, and I need to be on top of that, and I need to figure out how to bring myself down. Even if this relationship doesn't work, like she needs to be real about it, which she never is. She needs to be real about it. This relationship might not work. You got to start, planning for that emotional attack, because it's so real. If anyone else deals with BPD stuff, it's so real. It really, really is. And I really do believe that Amber does have BPD, but she uses it as an excuse.
Space to think. Please go inside and give me space. Please go inside and give me space.
Can I have a kiss?
I forgot that she said that. That's so fucking manipulative. Imagine you're fighting with your partner. You're fighting with your partner. You go out for some space. Your fucking partner is not giving you space and asks, "Can I have a kiss?" while you're fighting and asking for space. Amber, holy shit. That is so manipulative. That is so incredibly manipulative, and that only helps Amber. That doesn't help Emily. That puts Emily in such a weird position. Like, no, Amber, I don't know if we're okay right now. Obviously, we don't know what led up to this, but no, Amber, we are not okay right now. No, you cannot have a kiss. Get the fuck away from me. But Amber does not. She cannot do that. She cannot physically do that. Oh my God.
I'm not here to hurt you, Emily. I'm just want you to love me.
I'm sorry. Whenever I hear her cry, it just reminds me of Miss Piggy crying. I don't know why. I don't know if Miss Piggy sounds like that, but that's just what it reminds me of.
I love you, and I'm sorry that I love you. Okay.
It's so like I think right now Emily's giving her a hug through the door.
Please go inside. I love you too.
Do you hear how absolutely deflated Emily is in that moment? Please go inside. I love you too. Like,
I'm sorry. You accept my apology?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Do you accept my apology? That's still being very manipulative. Taking control over it. Do you accept I'm so sorry. Do you accept my apology? She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to accept your apology, Amber. You need to get the fuck away from her right now. Oh.
I know this shouldn't have happened. I'm fully aware. But I am getting better.
Are you now?
And that's without help. And that's only in a few days.
Are you getting better? Without help. In only a few days. Let's not kid ourselves into believing that we can do this on our own. That we can help ourselves without going to therapy. Let's not believe that anymore, because you need therapy. You can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. In my experience with therapy now, I've done a lot of therapy before, but with this DBT stuff that I've been doing, I feel like it's completely stripped me of my ego in a good way. Do you know what I mean? The forced contact is so gross across the relationship. Crystal Casey Beck. Yeah. Oh yeah. And she's never learned from any of her relationships, any of them. But anyway, with the therapy that I've gone to, like, it's made me really reflect on my actions, on my emotional responses, and realizing that it's no one else's fault. Yeah, there are things that happened to me that caused me to have these reactions, but they're my reactions, and I can control them. And that's what happened. That's what needs to happen with Amber.
I just want you to think of the positive things.
And the positive things. Yeah.
I just feel bad.
So it sounded like she was about to leave, and then she just like kept crying.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Just go, Amber.
Please give me space. That's all I'm asking.
Just go. Just leave.
Your girl. I'm not signed in.
So that's that video. If you want an update on my eyeballs, I don't know how they're turning out. I don't know. Try to make tiny little lines, tiny little red lines is not really working that well. So that's that video. Crazy work, right? Next, or I don't know, maybe we can reflect a little more on this. Absolute narcissistic behavior. I've seen it a lot in body cam videos. And like I said, Bose, I watch Bose a lot. Like Bose Against the World. She's really good at talking about the tools that that narcissists use. And we just saw a myriad of tools that Amber used there, and that's not even all of them. Because we do know that Amber does get physical, especially in that one live stream where she's like, I am the fucking victim, and she slams onto her desk. We know that she gets physical. Anyway, let's switch gears a little bit. I wanted to point out something very interesting in Rachel's newest video. Well, newest? This was 2 days ago. I don't know, man. I wanted to like Rachel. I really did. I really wanted to like Rachel. And I was going to come on here and be like, I can't judge her because I feel like I would have done the same thing. But I didn't know the full story. Now I do. And I'm like, I would not do the same thing. So they were talking about like paying back, and I still think that needs to happen. I know that Rachel can't get in contact with Beck right now, and hopefully that changes, because Beck just posted this like, what, 40 minutes ago now? Oh wow, an hour ago. They just posted this, so hopefully somehow... Let's look at the comments, actually. The comments are probably like, hey, Beck, please read this. If Rachel actually does send you any money, keep it with good conscience, knowing that no matter what, we all want you to have it. Yeah, you've been through so much. Yeah. So I think we're all just trying to tell Beck, like, hey, there's money. Contact Rachel. Why can't she get in contact? Beck doesn't seem to be responding to Rachel's messages, to my understanding. And that's totally fair, because Beck is dealing with so fucking much right now. So hopefully they do get in contact with each other, and they do get the money. Hey, hello, Rhinestone Eyes. Hi, welcome back. Would you give your last french fry to an unfortunate homeless? Of course. Million times over. Yes. Jesus Christ. I mean, french fries have a bit of a short shelf life. You know what I mean? I want it to be fresh. I would buy them a thing of french fries and be like, hey, here you go. Beck has posted their payment apps. Yeah. Yeah. One thing that Rachel does mention, and I do kind of see the point a little bit, but at the same time, it's not enough to withhold money from Beck, withhold the money. It doesn't, we don't really know Beck's financial situation right now, if they are receiving income, like help from the government. And I know from being on disability myself that you're required to show bank statements every month to show where you're getting your money from, your income. You have to declare where you get your income from, what income you got aside from the government checks. So for example, I can't make more than $1,600 a month. So if I got a chunk of money that was that bigger than that, maybe in my next payment, the government would be like, what's this? You know what I mean? What's this? Because they will get any excuse to not give you money. They will go for it. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Same as the UK. Yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of a tricky thing. You got to talk to Beck about it. That's the only one that would catch me up on that. You know what I mean? That's the only one thing that I would think about to not give to Beck. Other than that, I would absolutely. I got questioned over 1 pound on my last review. Oh my God, that's so annoying. I'm so sorry. I know the UK is not much better than the government here in Canada. It's actually quite similar. But also, I don't want clout goblins talking to Beck. True. I don't really want Rachel slipping into Beck's DMs. It's such a tricky situation. Okay, I wanted to show something that really stuck out to me in this portion of the video. I'll like skim through it to see.
There's a lot of stuff that still needs to be covered. We've done the Discord, and now we're going to get into some of the other things. So number one is the flirting. Screenshots have been shared that show me saying that I flirted with Emily to get the tea. And
Which
I
is
did say
weird.
that. The screenshots are real, as I've already said.
It's
and
weird
I
behavior,
think this is kind of
ma'am.
funny, and I'm going to just touch on this now. So I wanted the tea. I run a Girl World YouTube channel, so getting receipts and proof about one of the girls is super, super valuable to me. It's valuable monetarily, obviously, because I make profit off the videos. All of that stuff is super valuable. My goal is to analyze the girls the best way I possibly can. So in order to do that, I want to see the proof, and I'm not going to lie about that. I absolutely do. And it is completely true that during my texting with Emily, I was much kinder to her than I might.
So I'll point out, Rachel and I are two very different content creators, obviously. She's actually makes more content and arguably is a better YouTuber than me. But I will say, I'm not in here for the tea. I'm not in here to get the tea. I'm not in here to get all the dirty deets about people. I'm in here to watch and to analyze mental stuff, psychology stuff. That's what I'm in it for. I'm not in it to get all stuck in the drama. I don't need that. I don't need them. I have my own life, my own goals, my own things to take care of. I don't need to get all involved in this shit. Do you know what I mean? I wonder wonder how old Rachel is. Because I'm 29 and I've, or maybe it's the therapy I've gone to, or maybe because I'm getting older, but I've really just been like, I know it sounds cringe, but I need to protect my peace, man. I need to not get involved in this dramatic shit. Like, I'll have fun making fun of Goal World and pointing out where the shitty behavior is, but I'm not about to slide into someone's DMs. I'm too fucking scared for that. I'm too fucking awfully nervous to do that. I would not. It's very bold of Rachel to do this. That's what I'll say.
Otherwise been. I was much nicer. I was much more jokey. I sent some winky face. Actually, I don't even know if I sent winky faces.
It doesn't matter.
I definitely was somewhat more amenable to her than I could have been because I wanted her to feel comfortable with me and give me all of the proof, right? I don't think anybody is going to send somebody else like 150 screenshots, videos, various other stuff without you making them feel comfortable. So I describe that as flirting in the Discord.
You know, I don't know if I agree with that. You described that as flirting. You said it was flirting. I mean, I get it, saying shit on, like, you feel like it's a safe place for you to kind of mouth off and be silly and whatever. But at the same time, it's a Discord, not a private message. It's a Discord with multiple people in it. And knowing how the internet works, I feel like she should have seen this coming. I really do. Not saying that what she said was okay in any shape or form, but Miss Ma'am, you're messy.
And I probably stand by that. I definitely did flirt with her a little bit. I don't give a fuck about that. I think
this is
flirting
the problem.
so that you can make more money is totally normal. People do it when they're bartenders, burlesque dancers, so many different...
Yeah, but are you a bartender? Are you a burlesque dancer? Are you a stripper? Do you work in that industry? No. You're on YouTube. Sweetie pie, honey bun, sugar plum, motherfucker. You're on YouTube. This is not the same kind of situation. You can absolutely flirt with people if you want to get like good content. That is absolutely your prerogative. That is totally your prerogative. doesn't make it okay. Was so glad to see you again. Listening to men is not my preference, and now I don't want to listen to Rachel. I really liked her until seeing those messages. It was really good seeing you again too, Dimitri. Take care of yourself if you need to bail, because I understand Rachel is a very polarizing character at the moment. And maybe we can. I was watching. Oh, you don't like watching men, listening to men. I was gonna watch Obese to Beast kind of talk about it, because Obese to Beast defended Rachel at first before the Discord messages came out. So how about I get to this point in the video of, I gotta find it, because it's so perfect. It's like, this is Miss Rachel Lynn Reed. That's what we're dealing with.
You'll be a bit nicer than you want to be to somebody because you're trying to get ahead.
But not like that. That's so manipulative and gross. Go for it either way. Okay, thank you, Dimitri. I appreciate that. My mom was a psychologist. I think I've talked about this. She is. She has her master's in psychology. She's a counselor. I don't think in any point in her career did she ever flirt with someone to get ahead. No, that didn't happen. I'll say it now. My mom was a very successful lady in her career, and she didn't have to flirt with shit. She just had to be smart. So, maybe with your fucking degree in philosophy, maybe you could just be smart and not flirt with people. That's just so icky. It's just so icky. I can't imagine. Like, I've gotten in sort of contact with Beck and chatted with them a little bit about stuff. Like, I left comments on their videos and they responded and I responded back. That's about the most I'll go. I wouldn't. And by the way, Emily, hold on. Tommy Amberlyn Reed. I'm sorry, but they keep saying how hot Emily is. Miss Ma'am, how is that hot? That maybe it's just not my type. But yeah, no. I don't find Emily attractive whatsoever. I find her blank. I just meant, like, I'm not gonna go to Rachel for the Amberverse anymore. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dimitri. And look, I'm into girls too. All right, I'm into boys and girls. I do find women attractive, but Tommy and Emily, for her with those eyebrows and that hair, no, dude, not my deal.
This is one thing that
I'm glad we agree, Zenith. Emily scares me. I'd have to sleep with one eye open. Yeah, I don't want to body shame, but I can't get past the eyebrows. I know. The eyebrows really make or break the face, eh? And in my last live stream, I didn't have my eyebrows on, and I was gonna go live without my eyebrows on again, and I'm like, you know what? I just don't look the same. I need to fill these bad boys in, otherwise it looks like I have no eyebrows.
Not gonna kind of recant on, because I think that flirting with somebody is literally no big deal. I think that people having a huge problem
good for
with
you
me
you know
flirting with somebody a tiny bit to get more information,
a tiny bit
weird. Like, why do you care who I flirted with? Now I understand
why do you care who I flirted with? Maybe because it's fucking shifty, gross behavior.
Argument is that she's a death feeder and that's why I shouldn't have flirted with her. If you saw this alleged flirting, you'd be like, oh, because it was literally nothing. I just personally think
y'all catching on. Hold on, let me pull a clip real quick. I don't think I will watch Rachel on my own again. I know I'm actually subscribed to her and I have notifications turned on purely for the reason that I really did like her content. I really did. It was good. It was thorough. You know what I mean? And she had the receipts. She had the tea, and it was good. It was great. But it's the length that she'll go to for the tea. God, how am I gonna find this video? Oh man, how am I gonna find this video? Is a while ago. I feel like you guys all know where I'm going with this. This was, yeah, about over a year ago. This one.
Shared her. I shouldn't have done it, but we were so.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Can I get to the point? I don't remember where it is in this video.
Like, it makes me want to just fucking disappear.
Okay, hold on.
I never wanted to see me happy. There are
Sorry.
so many of you.
This is such a meme. To see me miserable. And you're getting that. I need a life. Holy fuck, I need a life. Flirting to get the tea on this abuser. Flirting with someone who just got out of a toxic relationship. Seriously. Yeah. Icky behavior. Icky. And like, I watched Zachary and Michael talk about it. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that and still be successful on YouTube. You really don't.
You won again. You literally won again.
You literally won again. What's happening is not okay.
It's not. And this is the very fucking reason why I don't want to show people in my videos. It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with so many of you. I am talking to a big part of you, but I'm not talking to all of you. So
Let's try and get to it.
People who love not being heard or ruining someone's life. What is happening right now? And you guys have no idea. Like, if you guys knew the full story, you'd be like, oh, wait a minute. But you don't, and you'll never know.
Hold on.
Like, why do you care who a tiny bit I flirted with? Now I understand. The argument is that she's a death feeder, and that's why I shouldn't have flirted with her. If you saw this alleged flirting, you'd be like, oh, because it was literally...
I'm sorry. Is coincidence? Coincidence? I think not. That was the moment while watching Rachel's video where I was like, yo, bitch. That's too much. You're giving too much. I used to feel, okay, she's lost thousands of subs. Really? Oh, you know what? Hello, we're gonna do this live. Let's look at it on Social Blade, actually. You want to see that? My timer is going to be done in 5 minutes. So, and I need to actually go make dinner and stuff. I do really want to go watch Oh Piece to Piece, though. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go to her channel. Let's look at her analytics real quick. I used to feel something when I heard Amber cry. Me too. That's the thing. She's so good at it. She's so incredibly good at it. Like, watching that back, I do remember feeling sad. I was still judging her. Don't get me wrong. Like, you can go back and watch my reaction to it. I was still like, girl, shut the fuck up. But it was conflicting. It was hard for me to listen to a person crying like that. It is hard. It tugs on your heartstrings. But I've gotten to a point with watching like body cam videos that when I see someone crying like that, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Woo! She got a C+. Let's see. She's lost 300, gained. Whoa. Is this one this house? Holy fucking balls. Look at that. Wow. Sorry, I get really into it. Wow. Okay, 1K on the second. When did this video get posted? Hold on. Hold on.
Flirting with somebody.
Okay. This was posted on the 3rd. So it was I guess she had already come out and said like, hey, she was at, oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, my stream is really laggy. I'm so sorry about that. And then she lost 4K in a day, 2K in a day, 1K today. I'm part of that now. Wow. Holy shit. So yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of loss in that time. Let's see. How do I get to the live thing of like you can watch the subscriber count? How do I get to that? I don't actually know how to get to that. I don't go on Social Blade that much. I don't want to look at mine. Mine's like dead. Live subscriber count. There we go. Can we like go back in time a little bit? Are we able to? I guess not. There's so many ads here now. Dude, Social Blade has really changed a lot. Wow. Anyway. So there's my question again, and this is me, I guess, putting on my little therapist / not therapist hat, but you know what I mean, the things I learned in therapy. Rachel, if you wanted to get ahead in girl world, if you wanted to really get ahead, you've really shot yourself in the foot. People are not going to trust you anymore. People are not going to believe you anymore. You weren't going to come out with this by yourself. We all know that. So I'm sorry, but being a little shit didn't get you far this time. I know it does in some situations, but luckily we got you. We caught you. And I can't wait for Rachel to slide into the background of Girl World's history as the shitty React channel that touched the poo. Went fucking squeezed the poo. Ew. Anyway, let's go to Obese to Beast, because I want to hear what he has to say.
Do want to make that clear, right? So
I do want to say I really like Obese to Beast. I don't know how many people like him, but I really do. He's wholesome. You know what I mean? I feel like I could be friends with him. I feel like he's got his head on straight. He's got some good takes. We have similar. I was feeling a similar way about Rachel at the time. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Moose is calling me because I guess he's off work. Give me a moment. I gotta text him. I wish I could have lo-fi playing in the background. Because I'm hearing it, but I want you guys to hear it, but I think it's copyright. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure that he's good. Okay, I really like Obese to Beast. I feel like we could be buddies. Anyway, we're all still good in here. I mean, admitting in her Discord that she cares more about sticking it to Emily than helping Beck, how she could think people would receive that. Obviously an echo chamber in there. Yeah. Yeah, I like him too. Ow. Off early, everything done. Yay! Good. Moose got a new job to kind of update you, so we're and he's really close to home, so we can just walk home. Oh, thank God I don't have to drive to go get him. I mean I love him and I will drive to go get him, but I hate having to drive all the way to the end of town. Anyway, what was I fucking saying? What the fuck was I saying? I don't remember. Nice, thank you. Oh, we have very similar thought processes about Rachel, me and Obese to Beast. So I want to hear what he has to say here.
maybe it didn't look the best, but it seems that since these messages, because again, these messages that we're looking on were the 23rd of October. And
oh, yeah, I was going to say something. I learned from personal experience, putting shit on the internet, you got to be really careful. Even Discords, you got to be really careful because you don't know who's an informant in Discords. I've had that happen to me before where I was talking shit about someone. I mean, they kind of deserved it. Everyone was talking shit, but everyone was talking shit about this one person, but it got back to them. And so you have to be super careful with anything on the internet. Whatever I say on my live streams, on my videos, I anticipate everyone to see them, even though they're not. Even though I reach a very small audience that I do love very much, thank you for being here, I do anticipate it to go out to the masses. So you gotta be really fucking careful with this shit. Again, that's why I wonder how old Rachel is.
it is, we're almost midway through November. So there has been some time between us. So I want to make that very clear. This next video kind of goes into the whole flirting thing, right? So Rachel, this is
I think
her
he's just
talking
summing
about
it
me.
up.
So she said,
So he's wanting to clear his
want,
name.
and then therefore profit off of that, right? Which I think that that's another point that I want to talk about. Everyone that makes videos on Girl World that is relatively large is making money off of those videos. I'm making money off of these videos. You know, Rachel makes money off of her videos.
I would love to make money off my videos. I just know that that's not going to be reality unless I really put in a lot of work. And that's partly why I want to do live streams, because I want to keep going. I want to keep going with this, see where it takes me eventually, right? And with my earring business. Oh, I feel like I made these in between my last live stream. No, that can't be right. Anyway, I'm making little hot chocolate mugs. I'm going to be selling them on Etsy. So, I'm excited. Anyway, so that'd be a way to kind of plug my business as well.
Everyone else that makes videos on Girl World makes money off of those videos. I would say the vast majority of those people do it because they make money off of those videos, myself included. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and morally
it's your job.
say I'm better than everyone, right? I'm making this video because I'm assuming people are going to watch it, which therefore means I will make money on it. That is the truth of the matter. But I do feel there are ways that you can do it that are a little bit more morally righteous maybe than others, but to some extent no one is morally pure, because we are basically making videos talking about others online and then getting paid to make those videos. I think that's important.
It's true. When I first told Moose that I was going to start a reaction channel about Amberlynn Reed, Moose was pretty mad. He wasn't mad, but he was like, I don't know if I want to support you in this. And I kind of got frustrated. I was like, what do you mean? And yeah, it is a little icky. It is a little icky, isn't it? Kind of going on here and gossiping. And it's a weird line. It's a weird line, isn't it? Because like I said, I just kind of want to chat and talk about the tea. I'm not going to get involved. And it's a weird line in between, watching this train wreck and covering it, and getting involved. And that's not something that I ever plan to do. Even if it means that I will be successful if I do it, I'm not going to do it. That's not, that messes with my core values. And yeah, you do it to make money, but there's also other reasons why you're doing it, because you're interested, because you're fascinated by people, because you want to call out the hypocrisy. There's a bunch of different reasons other than just money, but it boils all the way down to money. Always does.
So I just want to say that. And this person says, it's okay to fancy Emily, be honest. We will listen, we don't judge. I'm assuming that's kind of joking.
Oh.
And then I'll show you the smoking video tomorrow, right? So that's in response to that.
Oh, yeah. Like Rachel sent her, no. Emily sent Rachel a video of her smoking. Weird, but okay.
Next part is where I actually ended up getting kind of thrown into this, which I thought was interesting.
Okay, here we go. Here's the tea.
Is because someone in this Discord posted my last video that I uploaded, and they said popular idiot, obese to beast, also riding the Rachel train. Popular idiot is truly, one, thank you for calling me popular. Two, idiot, definitely true. I am. Absolutely. And I've made it very clear, especially when it comes to...
Stop making me like you more. I love a person who can be self-reflective and admit that they're idiots. Because I'm an idiot too. We're all idiots. We're just trying our fucking best out here, man. That's all we're trying to do. Sometimes we fuck up, and you admit to the fuck ups. You don't defend your fuck ups like fucking Rachel did. This one's for Rachel, you.
Girl World stuff, there are so many other people that have much more information than me. I always say that, even in that video, right? I even
want to ruffle his hair. Yeah! I want to stroke the mustache. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I think, the research she does a much better job than I do. She puts a lot more work into her videos.
I will give Rachel credit that she puts a lot of work into her videos. But all in the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? She's got such an ulterior motive.
For sure, okay? So I want to make that very clear. I'm not sitting here saying that I make the best videos on the internet. Certainly not. Okay.
Same.
I make my videos. That's all I do. Right. And I do want to say that in these, with all of these screenshots, or at least this one right here, Rachel does not say anything, so I don't know exactly how she feels about this, but you know, these were posted in the same Discord, right? So this person says, Popular Today Obese to Beast is also riding the Rachel train, and then they have my
goodness, that's way
thumbnail
too
on
much
there.
paint.
And then this person said, this is why I'm watching Vintage Jimmy. Almost everything I was being offered was
Vintage
nonsense.
Jimmy?
So I thought as well.
What, Jimmy Bunker? Is that who they're talking about?
I don't really know what that's about, and then this person says, a 20-minute video doesn't, a 20-minute video could never actually cover what happened, which automatically means this is crap. And then I'm avoiding other people talking about Rachel at the moment. It feels too close to the case, right?
Yeah, Jawbone. Jawbone was a bit too close into it. I've never seen a Jawbone video before.
And so it's funny, right? This comment about the 20-minute video, I mean, I agree. There's definitely again, and I always say that, with this stuff, you could spend hours and hours and hours combing every single detail. That is not what I'm trying to do in my videos. I'm trying to cover the things that I feel are important and then share my opinion on that stuff.
Studio Deets made that comment about his video being crap. Oh. That's a familiar name. I don't actually feel like I remember who Studio Deets is. That's another reaction channel? I think. No, I've heard of Studio Deets. I just don't know who they are.
Certainly, I could go and grab all the screenshots and read them all out, but I just don't want to do that. That's not the video that I want to make. I try to think.
I'm simping for him right now. I know, I have a boyfriend. I know. And he probably has a girlfriend, but I'm simping hard for him right now. It's just, he's talking such facts right now. I love
grab
it.
The things that I feel are important and then share my experience on that. And so that's kind of what I do. And so those were the screenshots that I felt were important. I just thought it was funny that I ended up getting kind of thrown in the middle of this. I mean, I put myself in the middle of it by making my original video.
And he has more subscribers than anyone in Girl World. That's crazy, actually. Looking at 700,000. Holy shit.
That's kind of the updates as of now, right? As I said, Rachel ended up filming this entire video, which you certainly can go check out and watch for yourself, and you can kind of decide for yourself how you feel about the situation.
What happened here?
If you feel that she kind of had responded in a way that was good, or if you disagree or whatever, right? That's completely up to you. But I think this whole situation, and one of the main reasons I want to talk about this is because when we talk about Girl World and being a comment,
reaction channel that I found through a Rachel shout out. Studio Deets, yeah.
Terry channel reaction.
I've heard that name. I've heard that name before.
I think that it is important to, if you want to sit here and talk about something that's going on, to try not to insert yourself too much to where now you are a part of the drama. I think that it's one of those things that it might do well for a little bit of time, right? You might, and Rachel certainly has made a big splash because of this, but I think as far as for long-term success, I don't think that this is the right way to go about it. I think just being able to talk about the situation from an outside perspective, I think is more valuable, and it leaves you less vulnerable to things like this happening, because now people are going to be talking about you as well. And who knows, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this, Rachel will become the biggest channel on the platform as far as Girl World. And I mean, her channel has been blowing up for sure. It's been.
I can't imagine her blowing up. She's like we've seen. She's lost subscribers.
And so, that's just my advice that, wasn't really asked for. But I do think that, it's important to, if you want to stick around for a long time, to try and, I don't know, temper the things that you're doing and not try and throw yourself in the middle of it just because you want to be the person that gets all the information. I think that this was, and I'm sure Rachel would agree, a blunder. This was not a smart decision. And the thing I always struggle with is, would we know about this if this stuff wasn't leaked, right? Because
that's what I was talking about. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Come out and said, you guys, guess what? I made a mistake, without there being no reason, right? Without maybe Emily threatening to bring this stuff up, or without.
And that's where the ego needs to be like ripped apart, ripped to shreds. I don't know if that's actually like a good therapy thing. I'm not going to speak on that because I don't know it, but I know for me personally, having my ego be completely fucking destroyed in like a good way. It was painful, of course, but it was a good way of me to admit, hey, I fuck up. I mess up. I do my best. But I do fuck up. My emotions are crazy. I have extreme emotions to things, but that's not anyone else's problem. That's my problem.
Someone screenshotting this information and threatening, right, about it, right? So I think that also plays a role into why maybe someone would want to support or no longer want to support Rachel in those kind of tactics. But
she needs a lesson in
just
humility.
My opinion. I wanted to share, the information that's happened since the last video that I made and share my thoughts. So I would love to know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. If there's anything that I missed.
I love him. Anyway, I think because my timer is now up and I've kind of run out of stuff to talk about, to be honest. I mean, I could probably talk about some more shit. And maybe I will bring up one more thing to leave off on, a personal anecdote, if you will. Just to kind of show what DBT is supposed to look like. And I don't want to sound like, oh my God, I'm doing everything right. Amber's doing everything wrong. No, I think I'm doing the right things, but I do still fuck up. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm learning. I can only maybe give Rachel a second chance if she wasn't covering Amber or presenting any receipts on anyone. That's an interesting take. Yeah, and that's hard because that's what Rachel prides herself on. Rachel has said that she got the best tea in all of Girl World, and whether that's true or not, I don't know. There's a lot of tea that's been spilt in Girl World. I still think Destiny's Revenge is my favorite arc of the exes coming out and sharing details. I think Destiny's Revenge is still my favorite, and I still think it's going to be my favorite. But I wanted to share a little anecdote before I leave. Recently, just to show what DBT can kind of do. Recently, I had a bit of a spat with a group of friends of mine. I'm not going to share names or anything, but there was supposed to be plans about a Halloween get together. I was invited. I was excited. I bought candy. See you again very soon. Take care of yourself. You too, Rhinestone. Thank you so much for joining me again. It's probably really late for you, isn't it? In the UK. I don't remember what time it is over there. But it's getting dark over here, so. Okay, so I was invited to this Halloween thing. I was excited about candy. I was gonna bring Cards Against Humanity. I was gonna bring some gummies, and I wanted to watch a movie. The plan was to go to a person's house and whatever. Anyway, plans changed last minute, and I wasn't told anything. I was kind of just sitting here twiddling my thumbs, like, what the fuck is going on? I was pretty much ignored. And I don't want to air out my shit. I am airing out my shit a bit. But I wanted to say that I had an awful, awful, awful reaction to it. This happened on Halloween. I just am starting to feel okay again. I had a really awful reaction to it. It was really 1 a.m. Girl, go to bed. Girl, go to bed. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a really awful, awful, awful reaction to it. I was really, really depressed, and it was way too much. It was way too much of a reaction, and I'm happy that I can recognize that. That's a part of it. But I'm also not blaming my reaction on the people that, invited me to something and then didn't tell me about any of it. I'm not blaming them for my reaction. My reaction was inappropriate. My reaction was too intense because I feel things on a much higher magnitude than probably a normal person, whatever normal is. But I feel things a lot more deeply, and that goes to good things too. That's why I'm so passionate about shit, because I feel things very deeply. And I felt such an intense feeling of rejection and it really put me in a dark place for a few days. But to be able to understand that that's not their fault, that's a reflection of me and my emotional instability and my emotional immaturity that I still need to work on. I got shit I got to work on. I think that's been a really positive thing for me to kind of realize. And that's something that I think Amber would be able to benefit from, because she constantly says that Emily made me crazy. You made me crazy. No, Amber, you made you crazy. You could take your power back. And maybe one day, who knows? I don't know. I hope one day Amber does go on that self-discovery. She'll say that she has, but she hasn't. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me today. I've been live for an hour. That's much longer than I anticipated, but we all knew I was going to be here chit-chatting for a bit longer. Update on the eyeballs. They did not work. They didn't work very well. Well, I guess they kind of sort of work. I'm going to put them in the cauldrons. So the cauldron actually, like, it's got a little space in there, and I'm going to put like resin in there. I'll update when they're done. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I really had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. And I will see you in my next one, probably next week. I'll be here next week covering whatever the fuck else is going on in Girl World. I can't wait. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good evening, rest of your day, wherever you are. Have a good sleep, Rhinestone, and I'll see you next time.